The man who knows everything about the Bearcats, Chad Brendel of Bearcat Journal. Chad, put into context what we've seen today, if you can.
It's a bad day. It's a bad day. I mean, it's really hard when you battle back like they did, and you show some momentum, and you look at the core and think, things are pretty strong. At least there's a group of guys that can lead us into the next phase of UC basketball. And you lose Mike Saunders and Tari Eason, two of the freshmen from that group, along with Zach Harvey and Gabe Madsen. I don't think we're done yet with names entering the portal. So that hope that existed as this team played its way into the American Tournament Finals has vanished in 48 hours. And it's a tough pill. It puts John Brannen, the UC program, in a pretty tough spot right now.
What is the reason? Is this just this is the state of college basketball, or is there something deeper going on right now?
From everything I've been able to gather today, there's some disconnect, players and staff. And I don't know how much COVID is responsible for this, how much guys going, living in isolation and the weird thing is it didn't seem like there's an issue player to player, because those guys seem to play pretty hard for each other. So I don't know if it's a trust issue somewhere along the line. I pinpointing exactly where something is going wrong is difficult in real time. With the benefit of perspective, with the benefit of seeing things long term, I'm sure more will come out. But in the short term, it just feels like there's something that's not meshing. There's something that's not connecting fully between staff and players right now. And with the portal being, as easy to enter as it is, and the NCAA looking like they're going to give a one-time free pass for transfers, if there are issues, it makes things very easy to start to look for something else. And that's kind of where we're at right now.
What's the most bizarre, I think, perhaps, at least from my vantage point about this whole thing, is after that AAC title game, John Brannen's talking about how he loves this team. He loves coaching this team. He called Mikey Saunders the future of the point guard position in both UC and in the conference. Now, all of a sudden, that's all gone. How did that change so quickly, or was that kind of hyperbole coming from the coach?
I don't know if it was hyperbole coming from the coach. I think, when you get through a season, you go into pretty much immediately meetings start and players start meeting with coaches and the future starts being discussed. I think maybe looked at it and thought, we bounced back. We are hopefully in a place where everybody's going to stay together. And clearly, as those meetings have materialized, the roster has gone in the other direction. Materialize is not a word I would use for this UC roster right now. So I think it's one of those things that, it's like I said, somewhere there was clearly a disconnect between the players and the staff. And I mean, that's what we're seeing play out right now.
Where is this UC team at? I mean, by the end of the day, they might not have enough guys to actually go out on the floor. Where are they at going forward, recruiting wise, and being able to put together a team for next season?
Fortunately, the games don't start until November. So they won't have to field a team tomorrow, because if they did, that would very much be trouble. 1,500 to 2,000 names in the transfer portal. So, I mean, I think you're gonna get a good look at that as this thing develops. But it's hard to look at things as they are right now and imagine a path forward.
John Brannen's caught some slack this year based on the struggles that they had, the growing pains that they had throughout the season. They finished strong. Where does he sit right now? Because the fan base is kind of up in arms right now, panicking like the sky is falling.
I mean, the buyout is $4.5 million right now. So unless somebody that donates to IU has got a couple extra dollars left over from yesterday. It seems logical that he will be the coach for next year, but this puts everything under a microscope. No matter what, no matter how you want to spin it, no matter how, whatever, superlatives you want to use or however you want to describe this, you had a young core that was in place and that has kind of crumbled. And now you're going to go into next year with the expectation that you got to win, and you're going to be doing it with essentially an entirely new roster again. Right now, I think we're at 7, maybe 8. I don't know. I've lost count. That's 3 years in a row, where you've had to bring 7 guys in, and some of that's not his fault. But in the world of college basketball, especially like the Blue Bloods can get away with needing 7 guys a year because they're all bringing in 5-star one and done guys to fill those spots. In the American Athletic Conference, in UC's position, you have to get old and stay old. And you can't get old when your freshmen and sophomores are exiting the program. So it's a difficult, with no recruits signed or committed for 2021, and the staff is working on that, and there will be guys. But as of March 16th, you don't have that. So there's nothing you can cling on to, can grasp onto right now, which makes things pretty hard.
For the fan base that is running around wondering what the heck is going on, what do you have to say to those people about, going forward and where their heads should be at right at this moment?
I don't know. I usually have answers. Right now, it's at best wait and see mode, and that's a difficult place to be. Like I don't have any. If you're looking for me to talk you off the ledge, today's probably not the day, because the words do not really exist for softening the blow. For you had a 3-man freshman class that was really promising, and 2 of them are gone. We don't know about the third. His brother already transferred. So we're awaiting a decision or a word from Mason Madsen on where his status is. It's not a fun place right now if you're a UC basketball fan. But I have good news.
Let's hear it,
Chris. I have good news. Spring football starts Friday. My SEC friends tell me that basketball is just the bridge between playing in a New Year's Six bowl game and the start of spring football. We're at the start of spring football. It's Friday. We made it.
Having lived in SEC country, I can tell you that is absolutely true.
We're football school now. What can you do? Go Luke Fickell.
He's Chad Brendel. Definitely going to be an interesting couple of weeks here. We appreciate it, Chad.
Thank you.